This is You Know the Fucking Vibe, where we talk about love, sex, relationships, gossip, and all your trendy topics. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to be notified when a new video is posted.
Hey y'all already know what it is. It's You Know the Fucking Vibes. It's your girl Dream.
TJ.
I missed y'all.
Yes.
We probably on our first
in-person podcast.
Yes.
So we just wanted to introduce ourselves to you. Tell us a little about what we do outside of this podcast, because this is not our life, of course. But we're gonna start with Miss TJ. What you do that's interesting, girl?
Mm-hmm.
So I am a nail artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they like to put different names on things nowadays. Like I'm a nail artist, nail tech,
Right.
nail enthused, whatever I do nails. So I started doing nails probably like it's going on 2 years now. It will be 2 years in December. November. And
Wow, I remember.
Yes, Dream used to be my little
Test
Yeah.
hand. Your
Yeah.
test hand.
Yes, I used to practice on her. But so yeah, it's been 2 years and I love doing nails.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
So what made you get into nails?
So I always kind of had like a thing for like doing my nails, doing other people's nails in my house and stuff. So it kind of always was with me. I like art, period. So if I can, do something with it that I love, then why not? And I actually love doing nails. And I love being creative. So, I was like, why not go full throttle and just make some money doing it?
Yeah. So do you plan on like having your own shop, working in the shop? Because right now you do it from your home, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm starting out in my home. Got a nice little setup and all. It ain't ghetto or nothing. It's nice. You got a nice little chair, nice little setup. But yes, I do eventually in the future plan on having a shop. I want like a whole beauty shop. So, a lash tech, a waxing person, more nail techs, someone who does hair. Like if I want to have enough space, to be a one-stop shop.
Right. So that's what women need, because I feel like when you're trying to get cute for whatever reason, you gotta like calculate, okay, I gotta get my hair done, then I gotta drive over to this to like get my nails done, then I gotta go somewhere else to get my eyebrows done. But if you could just have everything like one place.
And with good customer service.
Yes.
Good service, period.
Yes.
Good service hard to come by.
Right, friend. I'm excited to see
Yes.
what comes
Future
up.
unfolds. Yeah. Me too. I'm excited too.
Very much so. So I'll go next. I'm Donna. I got my red cup today. We drinking. But yeah, so I am actually a entrepreneur at this point in my life. So I am now a lash technician, lash educator, and I am also a licensed cosmetologist. I don't really use that to its full capacity, but somewhere in the future, I'll try to learn or fit it in somewhere, maybe throw in some brows or something like that.
Like, you see me out
That's
there.
the part. That's the part, no. That's the part that's scared. Like brows, oh my gosh, it gives me so many like bad vibes. Like you cannot be yourself if your brow's not right. So
right. So once you mess up, you mess up.
And you can't put them back on.
You can't come back right from that.
So you just gotta throw them bitches back. And I am not going to be
that
anybody's
I feel you though.
worst nightmare. Like because I'd be damned if somebody take my eyebrows off. Like I need these. They shape your face differently. Something about them. But I've been doing lashes now for 3 years. I got certified in 2017. And I started working full-time as a lash tech in 2019 with a partner. We separated that same year. I ended up getting my own suite, starting my own business, and now I am here. Like I said, educating. So I do lash classes. I also do lashes daily. And before that, I was doing retail, and that's a whole nother story. But it definitely prepared me for, this entrepreneur path that I'm on. So I'm grateful for it. We all got to go through our peaks and valleys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
What's
yeah.
the retail story? I'm interested.
Man, retail is that's a long story, because first of all, that started right after high school. Okay. That was right after high school. Like, I was not enthused,
Was it like
not
the
trying to
people?
go to college at all. So I went right into working. And it was my first seasonal job at Gap.
I remember.
Yeah.
Working at Gap.
Yes. So started working at Gap, just seasonal. They kept me after the season, and then from there I just started working LP, and then that's a whole nother story. And then I launched myself into the LP retail side, and I did that for
Wait, what is
many
LP?
years. Loss prevention.
Oh,
Like
okay.
security.
Yes, security for sure. But yeah, catching shoplifters and thieves is not for the faint of hearts. Okay.
What they was trying to fight you?
Actually,
they be having
first
the
of all,
the nerve, like,
okay,
okay,
but you ain't here trying to steal.
Oh, right, the nerve.
But no, that is actually how. So funny you said that.
They be having
That
the
is how I
nerve.
got into lashing full time, because a girl that I had previously stopped at the job that I was working at, I was working 2 locations at that time. She was trying it.
Oh,
And I was on my job.
Okay.
And she peeped. She was like, I know you from somewhere. And she said it out loud to me, like, don't I know you from somewhere? Like, and mind you, at that point, I was working 2 different malls. So I would work like in Pentagon City for like 2 or 3 days out the week. And then I would work at the other location, which was Wheaton Mall, for like the rest of the whatever remaining days. And so she saw me at Pentagon. I stopped her at Wheaton. She saw me at Pentagon. Don't I know you from somewhere? No, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, I'm on the phone. Like, I'm like really in my mode.
Okay, so y'all was pretending like y'all was like shopping. Okay.
So yeah, that's basically what you're doing all day.
As a
That's
LP?
loss prevention. If you're not sitting in the office watching cameras, you're gonna be walking that floor looking like a regular customer.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so I'm out there doing that. She like, nah, I know you from somewhere, and you don't remember me. Like, she was really, going hard. And so after a while, I'm like, let me just call my boss, let him know what's going on, because she seems a little irate. Like, this is a different type of shoplifter. So I called him, and he's like, all right, well, disengage, go to the back of the office and just, watch her from the camera, tell people on the floor to customer service. I'm all right. So at this point, I'm just like, I guess I was more so being rebellious, and I wasn't really, so I'm just watching her in the line with her friend. And then she like, you don't remember me? Oh, it's all right, because I'm gonna put you on the ground, pulls out her phone and tries to start recording me. So I'm like, nah, you're not about to catch me like that. Let me walk away. So I walk away from the situation. I'm walking, but then I'm like, I feel uncomfortable with her walking behind me. So I'm like, let me get my phone out, see what the fuck she doing. And it's like, as soon as I lifted my phone up here, all I saw and felt from the phone camera and like my peripheral is her arm like reaching over me. And I just turned around and started dogging her. It's like,
Oh my God.
it was the worst.
Really wanted to fight.
She really
Well,
wanted
was it
to
because
fight.
she was stealing, or because she knew you from back?
I think
way
it,
back
I think
when
it
or
was
something?
more so.
No, but she
because-
knew you because you called her stealing before.
Well, she had ran that time too, and we.
She an addict still? Like,
She's
you
a-
just, first of all, this is what you do for a living?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Damn.
So she got away at weekend. And that's why I'm like, why would you approach somebody? But she wanted some smoke. She clearly wanted some smoke. I have the video still to this day and everything. It's very
Of y'all fighting?
yeah.
Okay, when we finish,
Absolutely. I need to see
You need to see
I
it.
need to see that.
Yes, please.
Because that was like
Girl, the fact that you
Right.
felt like you needed to pull out, you know what I mean? That's
no.
hold on, bro. Sidebar. That's how you know, like, trust your gut. Like,
Yeah.
cause for real, like, what?
Yeah, because if I didn't, like, she definitely, I would have seen it, you know, on my peripheral or whatever. But like, yeah, she thought she was doing it.
But the
It wasn't
nerve
good.
of you to be the store stealing, then you want to fight me because I'm doing my job.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how they
Or yeah, that is how they
That's
be.
how they
For the most
be.
part, all shoplifters, you know, they try to intimidate
They really
the
do.
people into
They really
leaving
do.
them alone, basically. And in LP, you don't have to do that shit because it's your job to protect the fucking
merch.
merchandise.
Mhm.
So it's like,
I only know-
unless it's what they call a hands-off company, which is like they don't chase you, they don't run
That's like
after you,
Target.
they don't touch you. You know, when
Yeah,
it's
Old
those type
Navy.
companies,
Mhm.
they don't pursue.
No.
Like it's like we care about your life over the product. But there's other places like Home Depot and Lowe's and shit. They running up on you and they jumping on your back. Yeah.
Well, that Home Depot knows they not playing about they stuff.
No.
Yeah.
what
You're not stealing plywood
No.
Right.
and flowers and shit
And hardware.
and pants. No.
I only know about that because my sister, she used to be in retail, she used to be a manager or whatever. And she said like when people will steal, you could say obvious things like, "Oh, I have some shorts to go along with that."
And what they call that,
those pants in
is
your
a-
bag.
Right, it's a recovery statement. To keep it real, like,
I was like, what?
you know, lawsuit friendly and shit. It's
I'm
called
like,
a recovery
what?
statement. And it's just
It's-
supposed to be like, oh, here, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And it's like, that's not how this shit goes.
No.
People are gonna be like, oh, I'm good, and they will continue to steal in your face because they know you can't do shit. So
Yeah.
look, if you want to do LP,
You gotta, it's not for the favorite part. You
Right.
heard it.
yes, and keep the
Right.
strap on you in the
Right.
car though.
Because you might gotta
In the
fight.
car.
In the car,
The trunk. Locked up.
keep the strap.
Be like, and then offer to go outside.
Yeah, so I'm very much glad that I'm done with loss prevention and retail period. Because first of all, customers is crazy. I do not believe the customer is always right,
Absolutely not.
but you know, we are taught that because we're a consumerist country. You know, they want us to keep selling that shit.
Of course.
But I'm
But
glad
get
about that shit.
into how you have your own space and everything
Yes.
for your lashes.
Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur with everything.
Your own, like,
Yes, like LLC.
you got it out the
Like-
blood.
Right. And it was very short notice too that I had to do everything. Cause mind you, like me and that partner, we had a talk and then like literally a month later, I was getting everything together. So that month was like crunch time for me. I was also pregnant. I think I was like I want to say about 3 or 4 months pregnant by that time too. So I was like really stressed out, beyond stressed. Like, how am I going to do this? Like, where am I going to go? Am I going to move? Because I was in Silver Spring. So it was a lot to think about, but definitely it all pulled through. Like we started separating our money. And then that way, you know, I was able to use some of the money that I had built up over, you know, our time period of working together, using that towards buying my LLC and getting supplies and just things for the room, shit that I needed. And then now it's just like, it just seems normal. It's like, okay, I'm going into work. Like, I don't even think anything of it.
You open your shit with
Go
your
my
key.
own shit.
Yeah, I don't even think anything of it though. It's so weird. It's like,
That's what you
Like,
used to it now.
exactly. I think it's more so like when I get that storefront, like, yeah,
Yeah.
like TJ talked about, I'm like, okay, now I feel like I'm in the big leagues. When you get, you know, the employees and you
Yes.
actually start building those real relationships. I
Right.
feel like that's when I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah, so dream.
What you do, dream?
So I work with the baby. I'm a nanny.
Okay.
Full time. I love the kiddos.
And
I've
she's
been-
very patient. Okay, I must
I know
say.
you have to be though. I love the babies. I've been working in childcare for 10 years. It was 10 years in April that I've been in childcare, and that's between daycare and nannying.
Okay.
So
That's
that's
good.
what I do. And now I'm trying to, get our podcast out there.
So she's trying to venture out and
Yes,
create.
and
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't see myself being. I want to still work with children in some capacity, but I don't think because now I have my own child. When I first started, I didn't have my children. It's easier. By having my own child, it's like you working with somebody else's kids and you raising them, but you gotta go home, and then you still raise your own child. So
Yeah.
I feel like I want to put
24/7.
more energy, love into my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the podcast came about. I was really like, some good girls, my girls is doing something, so we can venture out. At least for me, it's something else for me to do, to look forward to doing, and not like just been a kid all day.
So when you say you still think you want to work with the kids later in your future, you thinking like nonprofit, like youth organizations?
Honestly, I want to work in the school system
Okay.
as a teacher for like pre-K 3. I think it'll be easy, especially
That
with
is
my
so many
daughter.
kids
I
though.
know, but
That's
you get a lot of time off. Too,
Mm.
okay? You get the summer off. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to,
That's
like,
true.
Summers off.
But your whole school year, you're going to be planning. You're
I
like you're
know.
not gonna have no time
I know, but
except
I
for
feel like
your leave.
I'm gonna be going to school at 3, and I'll try to get her into whatever school I'm working in. Then it'll be easier because at least she'll be doing something in that. Because now because of COVID, she's home with her dad full time, so she don't get to get out. But that's my plan.
Girl, I've had my fair share of daycare days,
Oh
man.
yeah, you did.
Yes, I was
Oh my
I
gosh.
was a pre-K teacher for like 3-4 years.
Like teacher or like the
Like a lead teacher.
Yeah, I was the lead teacher, but I was the lead teacher for infants. Oh, and also me and my sister are working on opening up our own daycare.
okay.
So that's what we're trying to do. So that's like if I get that before because I'm currently in school to get my degree for ECE or childhood education. So once I'm done that, if we open the daycare before I can get into school, then that's what I'm gonna be putting everything to
Yeah.
the daycare. So either way it works. If I get into the school before we open daycare, but we still working on opening up the daycare. So
And that is actually, and see, that's what I'm saying. Even that's going to be a lot of hard work. Like
Yeah.
the stuff I had to go through, is going to be the same route because it's so much that I didn't know that went into running a daycare. Like you have to have meal plans.
yeah,
and
but
so
it
much
depends.
stuff.
It depends on how big you're trying to get it. It depends on where you're trying to. If you're trying to do it in DC or Maryland, that really makes a big difference.
Mhm.
Maryland is harder to get like established in Maryland because they require
A
a
lot,
lot more
yeah.
than DC do.
Mhm.
But you can just have your children bring your lunch. So we want to start off small, like
Yeah.
a home,
Mhm.
but we don't have like own our homes yet. So we trying to like find a smaller space to start off, and then eventually plan on to like a bigger. Yeah. So
And then like, what do you do with like, what's the insurance?
I
Like, do you
know,
have to
so
get
that's what
like
we
how
gotta-
many insurance policies?
Right, that's what we have to figure out, especially with teachers and stuff, because incidents do happen. I had an incident happen at the daycare when I was working there, where a teacher didn't put the baby in the swing correctly, and when she went to like try to close the swing, the baby he slipped out and like hit his head. So we had to she had to be investigated. It was like she had to.
She probably had to take a drug test, or no?
No, they didn't do
Oh,
that. But we
okay.
had these people had to come in, they had to question us. The baby had to go get rushed to the hospital just because it
Because
was
of
his
the
head
head
injury.
injury,
Yeah. So it's a lot. Especially if you plan on having it in the government or having the government anyway assist you with
Yeah.
anything, you have to make sure you
On your P's and Q's.
So we're
yeah.
learning about all of that now, the process of trying to figure stuff out. But That's the plan.
Yes, girls with big goals. Okay.
Childcare center.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's actually like some of what I want to do in the future because I just do not. I told myself I'm not going to be behind this chair lashing for too much longer. Like I want to do this. I really gave myself 2 years in the place that I'm at now. I'm approaching that in October, which we may have to push it to 3. But right, but exactly, and that's what you have to be realistic about too, because it's like you want to make the money, you're going to make the money, but you got to build it up as well. You got to save. You can't just like spend it all. Like it's so many different little lessons you learn with owning a business too, and like the different things you have to pay monthly and quarterly. It's a lot to deal with, and you know I do want to get bigger. I want to own like more commercial real estate.
Have you ever thought about just offering lash like school?
Not, I haven't, honestly. So the lady who trained me, her name is, she goes by Imink on Instagram.
Oh, I see you.
And so she trained me. She's out of Baltimore. She actually is doing a lot of similar things that I want to do. So I kind of use her as my inspiration.
It's like a mentor,
But I haven't like reached out.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you able to reach out to her?
People be so busy. That's another thing too with networking and all of that. Like I find myself, I hinder myself in those aspects because I'm like, I don't have time for people who think that I am not valuable. Because you know, once you get to a certain level, you do have to prove your worth to those people so they can fuck with you essentially.
Oh, like the people
like
you or the people
no
who are
people
in the
industry. Exactly. So like imagine somebody who does wigs out here who want to have Tay as their mentor. How are we reaching out to Tay? Through his manager, and then his manager gets back to you in a month, and then it's just like the back and forth between. So it's like once you get to a certain level of fame and stature and economic status, like you do start looking at people like, oh well, what can you do for me? Like it gets to that point because it's like it's all about business by then.
Right at that point. You're actually right.
So yeah, there are some things I want to move into. Like that's why I was actually talking about it. She has a lash school. And she's actually like been stepping away more from doing lashes, and she's going into the lash school. She opened up a nail spa recently, and then now she's offering tiny tats. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to do that. And tiny tats is literally, they call them like single line. So it's basically like
just tattoos, random tattoos, tiny.
So smaller than this. Like way small, smaller than this even. It won't even be this much details. Literally look like, imagine like a bow tie.
So she's
or like or like
doing
just 3 dots,
or like the semicolon, just little
exactly tiny tats.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a thing. That alone, girl, I've been like submersing myself in permanent beauty. So it's like that. They also have the teeth, the bling teeth. That's a new thing. And what's another one? Oh, and the lips. When you could do your lips. No. Exactly. It don't even have to be fillers. Like you could get your lips pink like that.
Yeah.
And just they could stay.
No, my aunt got the permanent eyeliner.
That too.
She don't ever. She just wake up and she'll
got her out. But what's crazy about it is right, because I'll see clients who come in who have done like tattooed liner or brows. That should be looking blue as hell. I'm like, you should probably go for microblading now. Like,
it's time. Is microblading something that you would look into too?
I am terrified of the brows. Like, if anything I want to do, if anything I want to do with the brows, I think I'm doing tinting and a little shaping. But I would actually much rather want to learn threading than waxing of the brows.
That's what I do. I
Mhm.
haven't had it, y'all. No.
Have you ever had threading?
Hell no, Dream
No.
always talk
I
about
go-
it.
It's the
I love
best.
it. And it lasts longer to me.
Mhm.
I love it.
I'm a punk. Yo.
You
I'm
like
a punk.
very tender-headed and like sensitive.
Really?
So, not in the bed, but
Ah!
but but I'm like I don't like nothing that's like gonna cause like unnecessary pain. Like you know what I mean? Like
Pain is beauty is pain.
no, I just wax it. You know,
But
get
the
the
wax
small-
hurt.
No,
And I
I don't
used to
have
break
them
out
hair, so it's not as
Okay.
thick and it doesn't. It's just
Right, because my
light.
joint, when I used to get them wax, tears,
Yes.
real
No,
ones.
like
Okay.
it's good. It's good. So
No, hold
I
on,
heard
though.
the threading you can pinch the skin and all that.
That actually has happened to me.
Yes.
I've like had like small, very small
Yes.
cuts. Yeah.
I'm
And I be
cool with
like,
that.
ooh, like, or you get
They
some on
make
it and
it
start stinging. It's like, oh, what? Y'all done cut me open. I ain't know. No.
I heard. about
But
that.
wait, I have heard. Have you guys heard about threading coochie though?
Oh,
Threading
no.
the
I haven't
coochie?
even.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of
No.
my clients I had a while back.
That would take
Before
so long.
COVID.
Yes.
So it's not the whole thing, it's just for
Okay.
cleanup after wax.
Okay.
But still, I don't want you cleaning me up and giving me burns down
Right.
there.
Pinching my
Yeah,
skin. No.
I haven't even been brave enough to look at wax.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Okay.
neither. Do you wax?
Yes.
You wanna
right.
wax?
I talked to you the other day.
Look, do you want to wax my coochie? Are you gonna be gentle?
I tried to self-wax. I wasn't at my phone. I cannot get off the shit with them.
exactly.
I can't.
No. I would never recommend to do that shit yourself because it's too painful. You need that shit to be quick and one pass. Because anytime you start to lift that joint and you like, oh no, it's hurting.
That's me.
Like you're not getting the rest of it all.
No.
You're not.
Wait, so you do lashes and you wax? Or...
No.
She go get
I go get.
Oh, you go get waxed. The thing is, I thought you said you waxed.
That thing is what?
It's like
It is.
Y'all, so I just learned something. I just want to know if y'all know. So, I'm really big into this podcast. And I was listening to one.
This is your host. This is
Yes.
what she does.
I'm obsessed. So I think it was the Bully and the Beast with L'Oreal. And she had like
Who's her podcast with?
it's a guy. She has her own one called
Uh-huh.
Bully and the Beast, and it's some guy, I don't know.
Okay.
But she had like I forgot what the lady called herself, like basically like a sex educator. And she was saying that it's 4 ways women come. Did y'all know that?
I have-
teach me.
I have heard.
I didn't
Four-
know.
I've heard. I don't know
ways?
about all 4, but I've heard of 3. Right?
I can't remember the name of the other one.
I
But
know
it-
too.
I've-
Penetration and clitoral.
No, like different.
Right, because it's an A spot,
oh,
and then
spot?
it's a G spot.
Like it's
G-spot?
different ways. Like you have squirting.
Well, I mean, like the stimulation, clitoral.
Wait, you're saying
stimulation,
how it comes
penetration.
out?
Yeah.
Just how the fluid comes out of your back?
Oh, the
Four
fluid.
different ways.
Okay.
Did y'all know?
No,
Now,
because
Jazz?
I only know of the.
Out your ass, I'm assuming.
No.
So no, it's squirting.
Creamy.
It's one. Creamy, I did not know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that these were different categories, but yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's something called gushing. So she said gushing.
That's a mixture.
Is it like,
Hold on,
right.
wait. I wrote it down.
Okay.
In my
Okay.
notes. In my notes.
Educate us.
Creamy kind of. What
So
did
she
you
said
say? You mean
gush,
gush?
gushing and creaming both come from your vaginal opening,
Okay.
like where
So where does
the penis go.
So where does
Squirting come from your urethra.
So
So
how-
that's why
Essentially pee. Or
It's
people
some
think it's
pee,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And the other one, she said, she's like, this is why when your man is giving you oral, y'all should keep the lights on. She said, from your urethra, well, from where you pee, when you're like stimulated, like gold droplets will come out.
A fist? What?
It's part of a way of coming. It like drips out as you're like,
How we gonna know if he
he's
is an
supposed to see it.
How? When that thing is all. What?
It's
What
the
is
gold.
That's
It's the gold mine. me.
Listen, it's gonna be all right. It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't need him.
As
to
long
see
as
it,
it
but I never knew
ain't.
about that.
I didn't know about the Dutchman.
Say this one more time. What driplets of what is coming
It
out?
seems like gold.
Gold.
Yeah. It looks
That's
like
because we're goddess. Okay, I'ma just say that. If you see some driplets, baby, that's gold goddess driplets. Just keep on going.
It's the gold mine.
you got my face.
Just keep on going. Listen, we're gonna get rich. Actually, do that shit some more. Get and collect it. Okay?
Collect my driplets.
The gold. Make sure you are collecting that shit while you're down there. Okay?
First of all, what we're not gonna do is start selling pussy incense like Erica Badu and fucking Gwen.
I'ma put it in
Gwyneth
one of
Paltrow.
put it in a little toothpaste.
I'm not even gonna lie.
You gonna put it in the oil, bro?
Right, and put it
around
sell
your
it
neck.
right.
You want my pussy?
That's
Boo,
drip.
boo,
You
and your boo and that shit.
I am dead.
wear my pussy driplet.
Put it in part of the love.
You know, it's good luck.
$100 a
That's
pop.
funny. Okay, so there's gushing, there's cream, there's squirting, and then there's driplets.
Yeah, that's what we just gonna call it. Gold driplet.
The gold drip.
The gold drip.
The
Yeah.
drip.
I don't know if anybody's experienced the gold drip.
Right, please. Look, let us know. Hit us up. 'Cause I want to know. I need a in person, not in person, but personal experience.
So go home and tell y'all men.
To bottle that shit and show us.
Yeah. Show us how.
And if you got enough, sell it. Listen, everything is being
No, yes, because they got a website called Sniffer. Did you learn about that over TikTok?
No.
It's called Sniffer, and you can pretty much sell, like, people buy your own panties.
Oh, I'm getting on sniffer.
And they say,
Listen, the average millionaire has 7 means of income.
So you're telling me
7. I'm gonna go on sniffer. Y'all gonna sniff the
it's
drum.
creepy.
yeah, and you can also sell, like, tights. So this one lady was saying, black lady, she said she goes to, like, a Family Dollar, get, like, some tights. She takes pictures with them on and then posts them on, and people buy them. And you can sell them for like $30 for a pair of tights you wore.
Because what I don't like about it, 'cause this is where my mind is going, right? So you about to sell my DNA to somebody and implement me in a crime. I don't like that.
I don't like that. You sound like Carisha.
I don't like that. I don't want it, and I'd rather.
No, because after they do the investigation, they're gonna know you wasn't there.
That's what
You
like,
gonna have the
I sold my
receipts.
panties
Like,
to
listen,
them.
I have an alibi.
I'm a loyal. Yes, I'm a loyal member of Sniffer. This is what I do. Like, don't listen. I'm just trying to make my point. That's it. You gonna be good. Listen, I'm down.
Yes, I don't even think about it.
I'm down. I mean, people buy the stupidest shit. Why not?
Seriously, at this
You
point,
want these
because
draws? Okay.
if I see
I'm
another
militant.
bitch on Instagram talking about the fucking tattoo baby hairs,
Yes. Oh
I
my
tell-
God.
They selling anything.
That's like, why didn't I think of that shit? It just be so dumb. You like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm telling y'all, do the driplet.
yeah.
whoever got that kind, do it.
Do the driplets. Because at this point, we selling anything. Anything, any and everything.
We about to come out with, the fucking vibe driplet candles.
Yes. TJ,
Yes.
get into it. Drink.
Driplets.
$10.
Driplet
Yes.
candles. Yeah.
Driplet candles. That's actually a good idea. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
You don't ever want to do that.
Don't. Especially not around me. Don't sleep. We gonna make it happen.
Oh man, that's hilarious. The more you know.
Yes, I know. TikTok.
A lot
Social
that you can
media.
learn from TikTok.
Yeah.
Actually. And a lot of people sharing too much of their information on there.
Yes.
Way too much.
Yeah, I watch the internet all the time. I just said,
Yeah.
Social media period.
It can be a little
It's
triggering.
The world we live in.
Yeah.
I know. So I want to know what y'all think about Quavo taking a car from Sweetie,
If it isn't in his name.
but he took it because they broke up. Now that's petty. If
It
you
is.
got money, sir, like, why would you take her car back?
Well, first of they have money, but they don't use it. So we're gonna get down to that first. All them cars that they be getting, be leased.
Oh.
They be leased.
I heard that.
So, leased cars, you can only have them for a certain amount of miles.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And typically the payments be super low, but you got to like maintain it and all that other shit. But they return the cars after the lease is up and they get a new one. That's why they be always starting with new cars and shit and always gifting a bitch a new car and shit. Lease. So yeah, I'm gonna get that back because
lifestyle.
if you're not gonna pay for it, I'm not gonna be tied to it. You're not gonna
But
run
then
my
it was
shit
just
down.
It was just selling. He just like had it on the auction to sell it, and somebody bought it. So I hope Sweetie bought it back because I got.
That's right. I would have all my people on it like, man, I got my car that you gifted me back.
Right.
Even though I had to pay
Shitting
for
on
this
you.
time.
You thought.
Even though I had to pay this time. That's embarrassing. But whatever.
I would not. I wouldn't even go back and buy it, to be honest.
Honestly.
I'd be like, I'm gonna go get me a car.
Because that was very petty of her.
That is. Like,
But who knows? Aries energy, right?
oh, that's.
Y'all Aries? Oh, you not.
Oh no. My birthday coming up. Okay. Cancer season. Okay. Good. What's our sign? We like this?
Something like that.
Then you say you next. What you gonna feel for that?
Hopefully I'll be getting the hell out of here.
A lot of nothing. Probably dinner, probably brunch. Girl loves to eat. So want to try some new places.
Yes.
So that'll probably be my move. I was trying to go to Vegas, but it's looking crunchy. So I'm gonna be here.
That's all right too.
But we will be planning for the big 30 next year.
Dirty.
I'm this year. I'm older. I don't know.
How's it feel to get your AARP card first?
Don't do that, 'cause you're not far behind.
Right. A couple months.
And then you drag along behind her.
And I'm treading light.
She like, but I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I did.
But I did.
That's why I said I'm treading light.
She chose violence.
I'm treading lightly.
Yeah.
But no, for my birthday, I'll probably do something. I'll probably just find somewhere to go, another state to be in. Hopefully it's a beach, because I love the beach. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I was in Miami like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We ain't been out. Well, I ain't been out of Maryland.
Wow, look at me. No tan.
No.
Right.
Let me tell you, because this some bullshit what I'm about to tell you. So I'm relaxing on the beach. It's getting a little hot. So I'm like, well, let me go take a dip in the beach.
In the ocean.
So I get in the water. I'm at the shallow part.
Okay, so right at the shins.
Right, but then I get in a little further. Let me wet my body. So I start feeling something smacking my back. Then smacking my shoulder. Then smacking all over. Girl, it's like a school of fish. Girl. And I'm like, trying to run out the water while one lands right in my mouth. Right in my mouth. Girl, I was scared. Beach day was done for me. I was like, no.
Okay, fishy mouth.
This will be the name of the podcast. Fishy mouth.
Yes, because we took too long to get to that story.
I just heard about it. I did not want to remember that shit. I said, this is some bullshit.
Right.
It was just like a quick, like, oh no, man. It was like like that. Yeah, so it was just a big ass school of fish. They was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if like something was trying to eat them, so they were moving towards where they got lost along the way. I don't fucking know, but all I know is the minute they start smacking me in my back, I was gone.
Yeah, because that would have, first of all, I'm not.
Big one. Girl, it was just like I don't know what they were called. They were small. Little fish. Girl, it was like a million of them. I'm running out that water.
Oh, I really do wonder if
Yes, it might have.
I'm like, why would they be that?
It
close?
might have been, yes.
That's
They were
scary,
trying to get the
and
fuck
them
away.
guys do be trying to come too short.
Yeah, that shit been right in my mouth.
First of all, how?
Because I was screaming. I was like, ah! I was screaming so loud, girl. The
This would've
people
been
was just people was just watching me. They were like, and I'm just like, fuck that. I'm like, ah, and then it just happened.
That would have been me.
It wasn't too bad.
That would have been
The
me
salt kind
because
of like rinsed it out or whatever.
I
Oh my
promise
God.
you, like,
I
I'm
was
not
screaming
like
so bad.
cicadas don't do shit to you. Granted, they're gone now. but
Thank
I was
God.
definitely like swatting and running from them bitches
Every
because
day.
I don't like that noise. I don't want that. I don't want that near me.
on me. They
Yeah.
ugly as hell too.
On
Like,
top of that,
Then they don't just be on you. You gotta like
yeah, like they got some
off.
sticky shit on them.
Yes.
Like you trying to come home with me? That's not gonna
no,
work.
no way.
So I can already imagine if it was like fish. And they
Yes,
just jumping out, I'd be running.
so
I
many
would've
girls
been
smacking
running
me on my back.
too
They was
short.
just like, I'm like,
Yeah, they was trying to clap
That
her
was,
up.
yeah, that was stressful. That was stressful. So that was the highlight of my trip.
Ooh, wow.
Enjoy.
Damn, fish mouth.
Right. Yes.
Got to be quicker than that. Shit.
Oh my God.
My mom gonna be like, well, why you ain't catch them? I said, Mom, you big old country bumpkin.
Because what am I gonna do after?
She wants you to bring home the cookout.
Exactly. She
Not the
was
sardines.
Yes. She wants you to package them. She wants you to put them in the mustard. And like,
Mom,
Not
these are not salmon out here. This is what are these little fish you want me to bring home?
like, Mom,
This is not.
girl,
This is not
bye.
whiting. This is not cod.
But I'm over here stressing about like one, in my mouth. And you
Right.
talking about someone why you ain't catch it.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to hang up. I'll call you later. I'm
Possibly a
stressed.
little salmonella. Something.
All that.
That is crazy.
Mm-mm.
Dom,
That's-
have you been to Miami?
I have not actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still, yeah, I it's like a part of me doesn't want to go because everybody goes there. So it just feels too close. So like, I'm gonna,
I feel like you should. I've been, but I've been with my boyfriend. But I feel like I do want to experience it, and everybody should experience it with their girls. Because when I was with him, I just kept feeling like this. They just was lit. They just like they.
So one thing about this, okay, I travel a lot. Okay, one thing about this. Wait, because it's true, like people be like, yeah, my boyfriend's my best friend and all that. Yes, but that's a different type
It's
of
a
relationship.
vibe.
It's a different type of
vibe,
relationship.
too.
Yeah, so you and your boyfriend are not gonna do the same things that you and your
Facts,
girl
because
do.
you're not going to bend it over and twerk.
You're
in
not.
front
You just
of
not.
Your boyfriend, he gonna be like, what the fuck is you doing?
I mean, I gotta do it on him. You know that kind
But you
but
can't just do it on the strip. Nah, niggas be no, cause I know
Why not?
certain
girl?
niggas
Unless
they don't
yeah,
want attention being
to
brought.
attention.
Yeah, so they don't want. They be like,
Yeah, you
you
doing
got
too
other
much.
niggas out here looking
Right.
at your ass.
Doing too much. But so yes, so I've been in Miami with my girls and with my boyfriend. Two different vibes. It's great. Las Vegas with my boyfriend and with a group of girls both times. So like I just feel like a girls trip is a great trip to experience. And then I feel like, with your boyfriend, it's a different vibe. It's still fun too, but like, it's just a completely
I
different vibe.
definitely want to go with my friends. So maybe.
And I was gonna say, yes, everybody does go to Miami. Like I said, I was there, and in the airport, I also seen the BBL things, girl. That tripped me out. Because it was like you can pick them out. Like, oh, she.
I
got
promise you, I feel like we're gonna be talking about BBLs each
For a long-
episode.
Yeah.
Each episode because it's like an epidemic.
It really is.
Yes.
It's becoming really like it's
No,
Everybody.
they had a meme of like this dude like leaning over tired talking about all the Dominican Republic doctors right now when all them girls left, because I'm just like, they are really like doing like factory
yes.
BBLs, like they are bringing you in as fast as they pushing you
out.
out. I'm like,
Yeah.
the recovery houses are like this right now. This industry, plastic surgery industry,
They jumping.
over a
Yep.
million.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know it's growing.
I know I wanna. I think we talked about this. Like I do plan to have like at least one more child, and after I do want to have something like a mommy makeover because them kids do something to their body.
Yes.
So, but I don't plan to get nothing. And I feel like when I was young,
But
like
then,
younger before kids, I didn't feel like I needed.
but also realize too, like what parts, what surgeries you want, because
right.
you may not need a full BBL. You may just want to do your stomach and your sides,
Right.
like because you don't need no more.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
But that's what I do.
Dang it.
I want to get my boobs done. I want an A cut. I want to be flexing.
I cannot with that little boy chest.
I don't care. It's too much. It's
To
too much.
each their own.
And because you,
Right.
This shit is a good size.
I know. But I feel like
That-
those are bigger than before kids stomach.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I want to be before kids stomach.
Yeah, them joints was like a B, C. Yeah.
Hell no.
Wasn't much.
I ain't even
to
there
them.
yet, and I ain't even got kids, and I'm the after kids part. I'm at that stage of my life, and I've been at that stage since like 6th grade. Fuck no.
Shit.
I'm serious.
It's hard
Yeah.
6th grade. Oh my gosh. To have back pain so
So
early.
they wasn't even this, they wasn't obvious, well, they wasn't this big, but they were like bigger than your average 6th grader. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, she's the girl with the big.
She the
boobs.
one that bloomed early.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's the one. And I blame my sister too because we are so in sync. I feel like it's so close that
Because she started puberty then.
yes, and she was 4 years ahead of me. So it was
That's
like
crazy.
I'm like, but then it's okay.
That's funny
I learned to
because
live
now
with it.
that I have big boobs, I don't like them, but I remember. So like I have like 3 or most of my cousins were like either the same year or like pretty much like really close. Like it was like 3 is one born in the same year as me, is one born in June, July, and then it's me. And the June and July cousins both had boobs. And I used to be like, I remember like stuffing my bra because I wanted like, why they got boobs? And
She
I was
just
like,
stuffed them to completion.
yes, that's how I was like,
No.
"See,
Back in
careful
the
what you ask for. 'Cause now you can stuff tissue in them.
Now-
Now look at them.
Now I got stuff. Shit.
I
Now
think I'm
she's
cursed
trying
from both
to take them things.
bro,
Damn.
both sides of my family, my mother's side, but my mother's side, we got this one. I shouldn't say that, right?
No, don't say that.
Well, one of my
Cause all the
good,
moms
right, one of my favorite aunts, she
She said, I want them to.
one of my favorite aunts, she's like very small chested, but then everybody outside of her is just like boom, boom. Then I go see on my father's side, everybody's like boom, boom. And I'm just like, I couldn't be the odd one out the bunch. So it's a mess. But you know what? I'm gonna shape what my mama gave me.
Yeah.
Mama gave for now.
Until she can get her surgery as well.
But you know what? My boyfriend is so again. Like I feel like he's been seeing a lot of the BBLs around, like on the timelines and stuff like that. And it kind of hit home for him because he was saying how one of his friends' wives went to the DR and died
Wow.
getting her
They
BBL.
said BBLs are one of
Let-
the dangerous.
Most dangerous.
And
Yeah,
ever
those
since
dangerous
then, girl, he's just be like, when we talk about it, he's just like, yeah, if let me know if you ever thinking about something like that. You don't need that. We could just go to the gym. We could just get it together. I'm not going
There's no exercise for this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna get a BBL. I don't, okay, but I'm like, I said I am thinking about like a reduction though. That's something I am gonna consider, but
And I wonder, is that a thing? Can you get a reduction and get that fat into your body? Or is it like a certain type of fat?
No, I think it might
that's
be.
good question.
Because
Can you just fill it in a little bit? Just fill it in.
No, I think it's a different type of fat, right?
I know Dr. What was it? Dr. Not Dr. Nassim, but the
Miami?
other one that works with him, the botch doctors.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I like that.
not the dark haired one, the gray haired one.
Mhm.
He was saying that the fat is majorly taken from like the stomach area and the hip area. So
To put in your butt.
maybe,
Oh.
but they have to like process the fat too, or do something.
Yes,
to
I've
it.
seen it. They have to pour.
No, I need to.
They put something on it to make it do something. TikTok. I'm sorry to y'all. I learned. This lady
But I
was
just-
talking about it.
I just couldn't imagine that downtime. That's the biggest part. Like,
Yeah,
first of all,
you
I don't
can't
like
sit
pain.
Mm.
Look, we
Right.
gonna start there. Like, I don't like pain, so why am I gonna put myself down for 3 months? Like, and I can't sit on my butt regularly. I gotta carry this pillow around. Like, they be looking crazy, and you trying to be out in public and shit. Like, you look like you still recovering.
Girl, at the
Just looking
airport, they was
slow.
all sitting over the seat like this.
Yes.
The
my
back
God.
way, like this.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
wow,
That's
like
too
this
much.
is a
No,
lot.
seriously. Even
And
when
then you hold on, but did y'all see how they have to get their massages and they have to keep opening
They said
up
that hurt.
they have to keep opening up the spots to drain all of
wait, I didn't know they
so when they
open.
get the
They have to
massages,
open
they have to open them
incisions, yep.
incisions to drain all the stuff out when they
I
get
heard that they that you just pee it out. It comes out of your urine. Lies.
Yes, that's a lot.
The more you know. Cause why? Ooh, can you imagine the smell on that?
No, I don't want to. They
Like,
fajas be they be posting videos
bloody-
and bloody
yeah.
fajas. That's too much, y'all.
And then,
Y'all can keep y'all fajas in the blood to yourself.
and then what do? They just put on the same bloody every day.
Well, no, they be washed. They probably hand wash it and dry it every day or every
But
couple
they have to
days.
keep it on all the time.
But you're only experiencing that blood really for like the first week. And it may not even be that long. That's probably like the first 2-3 days where you may get some bleeding here and there. But typically after, like you should be bleeding for that whole recovery period.
Well, those of you who getting them BBLs, make sure you get 2 fajas.
Oh,
So you can switch them out.
Or get a
They're-
black,
What
they're
about
called black
black
ones.
ones?
Right. Or black
Give them
ones.
tan ones, be looking all
God,
Dingy.
Yes.
For lack of a better word.
it's just
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
giving what it's supposed to get.
Yeah.
Get the black one.
So we're team kind of natural, maybe surgery in the future.
We seem
Yeah, it's
natural
just
for
for
that.
me.
Yes.
I can't see. It's just the working hours a lot.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
And
I'm
the results
so
not
lazy.
quick enough.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like,
I need to
go
see-
Miami and get it done and come
After I
home.
worked out for 2 hours yesterday,
Yeah, because I'll be looking at.
I need to see, and the stretch marks need to go. So
Oh yeah.
just unrealistic, all types of shit going on in my head. The fuck, I want the fat and the stretch marks gone with exercise. Not gonna work.
That's funny. That's not how that works.
Yeah, but as you can see, we are very interesting bunch of hosts. Okay, all different paths, all doing different things. But we just wanted to give you guys this show to really open you up or open us up to you guys, so you can get more of who we really are and how we interact with each other. And this is like literally the group chat. Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
so make sure. I'm sorry to follow Damo/page.
Yes.
And
At
get your lashes done.
lux.lash.llc on Instagram.
And TJ's nail page.
Yes, you can follow my nail page at Mfari, Mfari Creates, CREATES.
Yeah, so if y'all in the DMV area, make sure please check my girl's out. We support forever.
And when you need that proper childcare, when friend gets her daycare open, you know where to go also.
You don't call it little purrs.
Little purrs and big purrs.
Little purkies. Little purkies.
Get up. DMV all the way. You know the fucking vibes.
Oh, little moles.
Dead.
Another DMV word. Little moles. Welcome to Little Mo's
Yeah,
channel.
And Moet.
Lil Mo Hayes.
Yeah. All right, TJ, you have something to say?
I was gonna say follow us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Follow us. Also, Talking Vibes podcast on YouTube,
Anchor.
and Spotify, Google Podcasts,
Here
and Instagram.
on Instagram.
We haven't been active on Twitter yet. We have a Twitter,
Yes.
y'all.
Twitter is reckless, so we gotta
Working on
get ready for Twitter. We gotta
Yeah,
put
Twitter,
our reckless mouths on at that point. So we're getting there. We're working up to the
Yeah, so
point.
stay tuned. We have a bunch of guests in mind. We're like working out the kinks to try to get them on. Also, we've been kind of talking about doing a collab with another podcast. So
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned. I think that would be really fun to like bring some more experienced, some seasoned podcasters with us. So we can learn a little bit. So thank you guys for tuning in. To get to know the vibers of the fucking that and.
Yeah.
Deuces.